United States sends assistance to Philippines following devastating typhoon. The U.S. Agency for International Development, or USAID, has donated over $20 million to the Philippines in the wake of Super Typhoon Rai that occurred in December 2021. Distributed through USAID as well as the Philippine government, the funds will enable the provision of food and water, sanitation and hygiene supplies, as well as shelter and protection. The agency also cooperates with the government and local people all year round to prepare for such disasters. Through pre-established programs, USAID partners help to distribute food, manage evacuation facilities, support emergency telecommunication systems, and more. The United States is a recipient of 5 Shining World Leadership Awards for Compassion, 3 Shining World Leadership Awards for Good Governance, 7 Shining World Leadership Awards for Promoting Healthy Living, and Shining World Leadership Awards for Good Governor, Justice, Protection, and Environmental Protection, and a laureate of 24 Shining World Leadership Awards for Compassion, 3 Shining World Leadership Awards for Protection, 2 Shining World Leadership Awards for Loving Care, a Shining World Leadership Award for Good Governance, a Shining World Peace Leader Award, Shining World Caring Leadership Award, and Shining World Super Loving Care Leadership Award. Thank you, United States and Philippine government, for your actions to help safeguard and rebuild the lives of the beautiful Filipino people. In the love of heaven, may we always look after each other in times of need.
20 million in China locked down due to Omicron. Starting in December 2021, the Chinese city of Xi'an, followed by the cities of Anyang and Yuzhou in January 2022, prohibited their citizens from leaving their homes in an effort to stop the spread of the highly contagious Omicron coronavirus variant. As of January 11th, approximately 20 million people are under confinement. Private vehicles are not allowed on roads, and only stores selling essential items are open. China is implementing mass testing as a tool to halt the virus from spreading. Our prayers go out to those affected in China and around the world. May we use our wisdom and strength to take the right action for a brighter future filled with grace and light in God's comfort.
Several companies in Nairobi, Kenya, advocate green mobility to address climate change. A Pan-African online retail store, Jumia, has partnered with EB Africa, a startup providing subscription-based e-bicycles, in a pilot program to ensure sustainable transportation for Jumia deliveries in Nairobi. Ankar Agrawal, the country manager for Jumia, said, "This pilot with EB is the beginning of a conscious push across Africa into electric vehicles." Last year, Sendi, a local e-commerce business, teamed up with green vehicle provider ARC to debut 3-wheeler electric vehicles called tuk-tuks as a delivery solution. Their trial agreement includes 4 electric tuk-tuks, with more vehicles to be possibly added to extend service across the capital. Our gratitude, Jumia, EB Africa, Sendi, and ARC for your sustainable commitment. In celestial goodwill, may such eco-dedication continue gaining ground among all businesses worldwide.
Australian researchers produce fuel from landfill waste. Dr. Mohammed Jahirul Islam, Dr. Mohammed Rasul, and Dr. Ashfaq Chaudhry from Australia's Central Queensland University are developing technology to transform unrecyclable landfill waste, such as tires, polystyrene, particle board, agriculture waste, and more, into diesel and petrol fuel. The system uses pyrolysis, which is when substances are heated in the absence of oxygen, to convert them into oil, which is then refined further. It is estimated that 1 metric ton of landfill could provide 500 liters of fuel, and once the technology is perfected, it could supply a significant amount of fuel for the nation. A big applause, Dr. Mohammed Jahirul Islam, Dr. Mohammed Rasul, and Dr. Ashfaq Chaudhry for your planet-protecting research to help extract energy from waste. May we soon achieve a circular economy as we cherish the Earth's resources with gratitude in divine abundance.
Pilot pulled from crashed plane before it's hit by train. Police officers Christopher Aboit, Damian Castro, Robert Sherrock, and Joseph Cavastani from the Los Angeles Police Department, or LAPD, in California, United States, were praised as heroes for saving Mark Jenkins, a 70-year-old former Air Force pilot, after he made an emergency landing on railway tracks. Dramatic body camera footage shows the injured pilot being rescued just seconds before a speeding train slammed into the wreckage. There were no passengers on the aircraft, and luckily no injuries to people on the ground. Mr. Jenkins was transferred to a nearby hospital, while Mrs. Jenkins thanked the policeman for saving her husband's life. LAPD lauded the heroic officers, wishing Mark Jenkins a quick and full recovery. Bravo, Los Angeles Police Department officers, for taking life-saving actions without hesitation. In heaven's upliftment, may these brave men be always protected as they dedicate their service to others.
Global food company advocates for plant-based foods. Unilever, a United Kingdom headquartered multinational food business, recently published a report highlighting that plant-based diets are better and public health authorities should encourage a transition towards them. The paper, which was put together by Unilever scientists Dr. Hans Eilander and Nicole Newfingle, reviewed 141 studies released between 2000 and January 2020. The conclusion was that transitioning to a vegan diet offers exponential improvements in vitamin, mineral, and overall nutrient intake, as well as significant environmental benefits. The company produces some 400 well-known brands, including Ben & Jerry's and Hellmann's, which have recently provided plant-based versions of ice cream and mayonnaise, respectively. Our appreciation, Unilever scientists, for your vital information on the excellence of a vegan lifestyle. May all humanity heed your recommendations for better health, as well as to save our planet for a bright and happy future in the kindness of the Providence.
Brussels supports ending animal person testing. The Brussels regional government in Belgium recently confirmed a grant of €110,000 to the Free University of Brussels, or VUB, to develop alternatives to testing on people from the animal kingdom. Of the total amount of €50,000 will be allocated to publicize the previously found inventory of alternatives to animal people testing. The other €60,000 will be used for research revolving around utilizing cultured human cells to determine how a living person will react to different substances. And this method is more accurate than using animal people. Using this technique, the scientists are also specifically hoping to find a cure for fibrosis of the liver, a common liver condition. Our praises Regional Government of Brussels and Free University of Brussels researchers for your wise and compassionate move. In God's benevolence, may your work be a success as we protect all living beings through our loving actions.